Enough of this garbage. This is Christmas.
Welcome back to Stream It, the holiday special. This
Ho, ho, ho.
Thank you.
That was needed.
This week is all about rom-coms and comedies, because not every comedy is romantic.
Yeah.
That's true.
And some of the classics are rom-coms and comedies, but these are some of like the other ones
Yeah.
that we didn't touch on last week.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
maybe came out a little later.
Yeah.
Weren't kids anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
But before we jump into that, of course, we have an opening question, again from Tom. If
You're
you
just
could-
full of these.
Yeah,
Look
you
at
know.
you, handsome over there and full of quick
Thank you.
questions.
If you could visit a location from a Christmas movie, what would it be?
Ooh.
Someone's trying to break into our set. But, all right.
Too bad.
I had one yesterday. Now I can't think of it.
Was it a North Pole?
There are a lot of
One
great,
of.
North Pole settings
Well, naturally, yeah.
that would just be fun to experience, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can jump in.
Yeah, you
with-
jump in while I try
I'm
and
going to,
rack
again,
my brain
take
here.
the low-hanging fruit here, but how fun does Whoville look?
Yeah.
The architecture, the light machine guns that can just put lights on your house. I assume that's how every Whoville is. Nice mountain off in the distance, Mount Crumpet. And then just a little town full of magic and, I don't know, Christmas stuff.
Yeah, I would say that's probably like the leader in the clubhouse is like the go-to.
Yeah, that's why I said like the low-hanging fruit.
Yeah.
I would take that.
Because it's so inventive.
Yeah.
The one I thought of yesterday, just
Sure.
came back into the skull, was Christmas Town from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh.
It feels so jolly that Jack Skellington has to sing a song called What Is This? He's so surprised at what's going on.
I mean, coming from Halloween Town,
Yeah.
that's quite a juxtaposition for him.
so yeah, that
That's a good
always looks fun.
One that comes to mind is the North Pole, but from Elf, because they have the cute little animals
Oh, yeah.
that are like the narwhal.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the little claymation looking.
Yeah.
That is good.
That was actually like supposedly a callback to the claymation Rudolph. So it's almost like
Yeah,
they
yeah.
brought it to life.
Right,
so you
right,
could
right,
see what it would really look like. That's a good one.
That is funny.
The one that stood out was from that really bad movie we watched like 2 years ago, Noelle.
Noel, yes.
Um,
Deserves an honorable mention
but
here.
it's like
in
that.
the quick question.
It was clever what they did with the North Pole there, because like you would ice skate to like the next location.
Oh, yeah. And the little town.
Yeah.
like, I think it might have had like a train station. I don't know. Just,
It
It had like
a hot cocoa shop.
yeah. Oh,
Yeah. They did. That was probably the peak of that movie.
great North Pole. North Pole town.
I didn't hate that movie.
Yeah, you guys liked it. But it wasn't my favorite.
Also the workshop at the Tim Allen Santa Claus.
Mm-hmm.
Like that workshop is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And like the separate rooms and the that's a cool spot. That'd be cool to go visit.
And I do feel like I liked how in that movie the elves are children, even though they're like hundreds of years old, as opposed
Yeah,
to
yeah,
like
yeah.
Elf. It's like actual adults that
Yeah.
like, literally were just like edited down.
Right.
Yeah.
We can just jump right into the rom-coms.
Yeah. Kimmel, why don't you kick us off?
I mean, again, low hanging fruit, but Love Actually.
I've never seen it.
What? It's good. You'd like it. It's kind of got that. When was it made? Probably not.
Early 2000s.
Yeah, it's got that late '90s vibe, which is early 2000s. Makes sense. But yeah, it's got the classic scene with the. He writes the message on like the cards and.
Tell them it's Christmas carolers.
Yeah.
I know.
The crazy thing is about that now, since it was like 20 years ago almost, is you see like Keira Knightley, and the guy that does the cards is Rick Grimes from Walking Dead.
Oh wow!
And
Yeah.
then who he's like trying to hide it from is Chiwetel Ejiofor, who's been in like a bunch of different stuff, like 12 Years a Slave and The Martian.
Oh yeah.
It's just like they're like early on. It's an early movie for him, and you're like, oh wow, Keira Knightley before Pirates of the Caribbean.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, I mean that's a good feel-good movie.
Mm.
It's got its own song,
it does.
the Christmas All Around Us or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's a yeah, the musician in it. Yeah,
This is just like the Grinch song all over.
I know. You love an original.
Oh
song.
yeah.
What are your thoughts on Dahu Dore?
I mean that's epic.
Good one. You know, Glee has a version of that.
Obviously.
Really good.
Wow.
Sarah comes in with the Glee. Cam with Elf and Sarah with Glee.
Predictable. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, Sarah and anyone else, you should watch that one. Even though it's old now.
So I'm gonna go even older. There's a Bill Murray Christmas movie called Scrooged, which is a comedy, but actually is a rom-com. And it's, a Christmas Carol, but, a 1980s Bill Murray is like a TV executive who isn't a good guy, is a Scrooge.
Right.
But it's a comedy, and it's just really good. It's funny. It's classic Bill Murray, like really funny. And
Is it the Christmas Carol story at all?
yeah, three ghosts, the whole
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
They're so the whole thing is like he's an executive who's forcing a bunch of people to work on Christmas Eve to put a Christmas Carol on live TV, and he's just like, there's a scene early on, so it's not a spoiler. It's just like, do you want to give your brother a VCR or a towel? And he's like, give him a towel. And it's like, it's like he's just a bad guy and stuff. But
What's a VCR?
yeah. For some of our listeners / viewers, it's,
Yeah.
Google it. But it's good. And it kind of straddles, rom-com technically has comedy in it, but
Right,
it's
right,
like
right.
both.
So I have kind of the same thing. Just Friends from 2005 with Ryan Reynolds. And I don't know who like the leading actress, like the romantic interest is, but Anna Faris is in it.
Oh yeah.
Is like this ridiculous like ex, but also like centerfold girl who's also trying to become a singer, and just like follows Ryan Reynolds back to his hometown and like kind of just messes with his life. But she's like a side character. But yeah, it's like it takes place around Christmas time. He runs into this girl that he always had a crush on in high school, but in high school he was like this like really overweight kid that was always just friend zoned, and now he's like Ryan Reynolds
Handsome.
comes back, but he's like kind of a jerk now because he's like a Hollywood like music studio guy.
Right.
But it's just a really funny movie that happens to take place around Christmas.
It's funny that like the coming home to the hometown is like the storyline for like rom-com Christmas movies.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's true. Like people come home for the holidays and you see the people, but it's just like it's like I got an idea. Come home, fall in love with the old flame. It's gonna be great. Or like these other two movies, Christmas with the Cranks and Family Stone. Just like families getting together on the holiday, hijinks will ensue. Yeah, I mean another typical kind of storyline. But those are an enjoyable watch.
Yeah, so I have some nitpicks with the Family Stone. Have you seen it?
I feel like I get the two.
Well, so the Family Stone has Sarah Jessica Parker going to meet the family that
Yes.
like she's not good enough
Right.
and all this stuff, but so she is, spoiler alert, she ends up with the stoner brother, and then the guy that she's dating ends up with Claire Danes, who I I forget how she came into the picture, was Sarah Jessica Parker's sister. So it's like
A love,
I forgot about that mess.
a love
That's
triangle.
That's not happening. And then on Christmas Eve, it's like, oh, there's my ex with my brother, and I'm here with her sister. I don't see it.
Come on.
You have history together.
Yeah. Very incestual.
Yeah. But yeah, comedies about families, and I feel like that's what a lot of these movies are.
Yeah.
It's like I started watching last night that movie Deck the Halls with Danny DeVito and Matthew Broderick. You guys ever see that one?
No.
It's like fits right into the like Christmas with the Cranks
Yeah.
era of Christmas movies.
Right.
Where it's like kind of like not that good, but like you watch it because it's a Christmas movie. Danny DeVito like moves across the street and decides that he wants his house to be seen from space with Christmas lights, and just does one of those like insane light shows, and that Matthew Broderick is his neighbor who just doesn't like it.
Oh yeah.
So they're just like fighting each other the whole movie.
Isn't that the same thing as Christmas with the Cranks?
Christmas with the Cranks is their daughter's coming home. Well, their daughter is away, like on like a charity trip. And they're like, well, she won't even be here. Let's just not do Christmas this year. We're going to go on a cruise. But then she surprises them and says, I'm coming home. But they haven't prepared Christmas.
Right,
and the whole
right,
town
right.
hates them for not celebrating Christmas.
Oh, and
yeah,
they're
yeah.
cranks because
Yeah.
it's their name, but they're cranky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So my next one is Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I guess I have an 80s movie theme here. But it is Steve Martin and John Candy. And they're both, like, I believe their plane gets canceled. Steve Martin's like a hardworking, no-nonsense salesman. And John Candy's just a screw-up who is just keeps talking about getting back home to his wife. And they have to, like, you know, the odd couple together has to now drive. They have to take planes, trains, or automobiles to get home.
Uh-huh.
And it's hijinks. A lot of funny,
Yep.
absolutely world-class performance by John Candy as just like a goofball. And then, it wraps up nicely at the
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
That's just like straight comedy. There's no like rom-com aspect of it.
Right. Did you guys see Fred Claus?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He's the brother of...
Of Santa Claus.
Yeah, so that's a funny movie. I forget the plot other than that, but...
Fred
It was
Claus
funny.
hates Christmas because his brother's Santa Claus. So he's like,
But then something happens and he has to be...
yeah, no. Well, yes. I do. Okay, so a guy comes and he's like auditing the North Pole. And then
You know what I'm realizing? Sorry to interrupt. I feel like I stick to the classics, so some of these like off Christmas movies, I'm not familiar. Like as I've
Yeah.
seen some of them, but I'm not familiar with. Sorry. Anyway, go ahead.
So, yeah, Kevin Spacey is basically auditing Christmas. And then it comes out through the grapevine and all this stuff that he's actually trying to cancel it because he never had a good Christmas. Santa didn't bring him a gift once or something.
Oh boy.
And then Santa gets like sick. And now Vince Vaughn, Fred Claus, has to take over. But he doesn't want to do it.
No.
And, hijinks.
Yeah, exactly.
Hijinks is too.
Word of the day for these movies.
That's a straight comedy.
Yeah. That is a comedy up there with like Step Brothers and Anchorman.
Yeah.
You guys ever see Bad Moms Christmas?
I have not, but I heard it's good.
I
It is good.
have not.
That's also just a straight comedy. But I have an issue with that movie and the first Bad Moms. Have you seen the first one?
Yeah, with Mila Kunis and
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's like the same premise as the first one, just about
Yeah, it's
Christmas.
funny. Yeah.
Where they're like, why didn't we try so hard? Let's just stop trying. Which is fine, but they always take it so extreme, and it infuriates me to watch. They're like, I'm tired of trying at Christmas. I'm just not going to do anything at all. Like, I didn't even make my kids breakfast this morning. It's like, no, there's like an in-between.
Yeah.
You could just like maybe...
Breakfast isn't Christmas.
Yeah, like you could like wake up maybe like a little later and give yourself a break. You don't have to like stop taking care of your children.
It's true.
But that's
But they're
a good
bad
one.
moms.
Yeah, but they're good moms. That's the problem. They're bad at being bad moms.
Right.
Oh.
Except Catherine Hahn is like kind of a bad mom.
Oh man. Yeah, these are kind of like the off-brand Christmas movies
Yeah.
that I feel like I haven't seen them a lot.
What about Four Christmases? That's a rom-com.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Isn't that another Vince Vaughn?
Yep. And Reese Witherspoon and
They
Jon
go to
Favreau's
Oh, that's a
in it.
good one.
Yeah.
And they go to all the different families.
Yeah, because they both have divorced parents, so they go to 4 Christmases in one
Oh
day.
yeah. That's great for like pretty much like any couple who like has had to figure out how to split between families and stuff. It's like relevant to anyone.
But actually, it would be terrible to have to figure out 4 different
Oh
ones.
my god, that's why I mean, yeah.
So another one. Now let me preface this by saying I don't like this movie.
Okay, fair.
Noel?
No,
No, it was fun. It was fun.
no, it wasn't. The Holiday. We talked about this a little before it air. So there's a like the strict like I'm gonna follow the exact rom-com script type of movie is just not my bag.
Yeah.
So for those who haven't seen it,
I've seen pieces.
you know, Kate Winslet and Cameron Diaz are fed up with their lives, so they like switch. They live in each other's houses, right?
Yes.
And then so Kate Winslet and Jack Black have a rom going, and then Jude Law and Cameron Diaz have a rom going, and you know it's the ebbs and flows.
Hijinks.
Not much hijinks,
Just kidding.
maybe, but anyways, they're falling in love. They're like, we shouldn't do this. We should do this. That chestnut. But it has one of the worst scenes ever, and it is. Spoiler alert, because it's towards the end. Cameron Diaz is driving away from this beautiful home in England, and there's snow. And she tells the car to stop. She's like, no, I'm having a change of heart, as happens in rom-coms.
Right. Dramatic.
But she's like, she's very like high class, you know, type of person. So to change that, she gets out and she runs back through snow in high heels. She's just, I don't know, she's not a natural runner. And it just looks and is so cheesy and so poorly done. It's so bad. And it actually like then who she's in love with is like, she ran to me. It's like so bad.
Oh my gosh. I know what scene you're talking about. It just never stuck out to me.
Oh,
Yeah.
when I first saw it, I was like, this is possibly the cheesiest thing I've ever seen.
And I'm out.
I thought you were going to say it's how in the beginning she's like, I never cry. And then when she's driving away, she starts to cry.
See? These things.
Yeah.
It's just not my bag.
I do like that one. It's classic.
Yeah.
Happiest Season. That's the newest one I got from last year.
I liked that one.
I really liked that one. It has Kristen Stewart, Alison Brie, David from Schitt's Creek. It's a Hulu original.
I
that one?
feel like we told you to watch this last year and you didn't.
We did.
I think I feel like I did.
So Kristen Stewart's dating someone, but who she's dating won't admit to her family that she's gay. So she's going through this whole thing like, I'm here and we're just best friends. And then Aubrey Plaza comes into the picture, and Aubrey Plaza's gay, and it's like, okay, here we go. And it's like a love triangle thing.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen it.
Oh,
Well,
I'm going to have
the
to
theme
watch
for
that.
next week was we have to each pick a Christmas movie for each other to watch that we haven't
Oh.
seen. That could be yours.
I'm
yes,
down.
it should be.
It should
All
be.
right.
It's good.
What is it?
Happiest Season.
We're going to have to, we'll write it down. You know what? I'm going to text Ari.
Perfect.
Yeah, she'd probably really like it too.
Perfect.
She probably watched it.
Yes, she'd.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that seems like a movie that she would have watched
Yeah.
already.
But that's the only way to make sure you're going to do something.
It's true.
I got a few more. Do you have?
Yeah, no, keep
Yeah,
going.
no,
Keep
yeah,
going.
fire 'em off.
Alright. The Night Before with Seth Rogen.
You know, I watched this, but I fell asleep during it. I liked it. I was liking it, but then just dozed off.
That's a straight up comedy.
They're like, it's
Is
three
that with
friends.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yep.
Yeah, and Anthony Mackie. Yeah, they're three friends that like have a Christmas Eve tradition.
Yes. I don't think I've seen that either.
And I think
I've seen
JLD
previews of
wants
that.
it to keep going, or JLG wants it to keep going, and the other two like grew up.
Right.
So we got that one. I don't know if this one is obscure or not. Why Him with Bryan Cranston and James Franco.
That's recent, right? That's like
2016.
yeah. I
So-
remember that.
Yeah. Bryan Cranston's daughter starts to date James Franco, but he's like a lot older than her and is kind of this like immature guy. He's like really smart and owns his own company, but he's like kind of an idiot.
Right.
But they have to go and like spend Christmas at that boyfriend's house because she wants her whole family to meet him. So it's hijinks.
Hijinks.
So much hijinks.
So I'm there for it.
Yeah, that was pretty much what I had.
I mean, the thing is like we covered I guess the one we haven't talked about that's like the ultimate comedy, but also rom-com is Elf.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But we covered that last
we
week.
said that was a classic. Yeah.
But yeah, so that like is perfectly a
Yeah.
Christmas comedy.
right.
I think a lot of them, because like when you're a kid, Home Alone's hysterical.
Right.
That's true.
A lot of them gear towards being
Yeah.
more.
Even the Grinch has tried to
Yeah.
be funny. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like they go lighthearted or like family drama.
Right.
I noticed that the woman who plays the mom in Happiest Season, I don't know her name. You'd know her face if you saw her, but she's also the mom in Elf. She's the mom in Four Christmases.
Oh yeah.
She's
in
the mom in Step Brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's very typecast.
Great mom.
Specifically, like Christmas mom.
Yeah.
So should we now here pick the movie for each other?
Yeah, right?
So I
Well-
think yours is Happiest Season. I guess yours should be Love Actually.
yeah. Good
'Cause-
call.
It's true.
Unless, is there another Christmas classic you haven't seen? Maybe we get that out there too. What's like one you haven't seen?
Well, so Nightmare Before Christmas is a Christmas movie also.
Yes, but
More Halloween.
That's I think it's a
yeah,
Halloween movie.
yeah, you
seen that.
you kind of celebrate Halloween in that.
Oh, right.
No, I think Love Actually would be good. I mean, like I said, it's a throwback to that like early
okay.
2000s, but it's got its redeeming qualities.
Yeah,
And then for you, have you not seen any
I don't know.
major?
I'm trying to think.
You're pretty well versed in your holiday.
I know, and you don't know what a holiday movie is. So,
Have you seen 8 Crazy Nights?
yes. I haven't seen Cranks or Four Christmases or I haven't. You guys talked about those two. I haven't seen them.
I'm trying to think of which one you might actually like.
4 Christmases was good.
I like that one.
You'd like 4 Christmases.
Okay.
Do you like Vince Vaughn?
Yeah.
Okay, so he.
And Reese, that one's funny.
Okay. I'll watch
It's
Four
worth
Christmases.
the watch.
It's
All right.
on HBO.
Oh, perfect.
I watched it
Perfect.
last night.
There you go.
All right. So you're gonna watch Happiest Season. Happiest Season on Hulu.
Oh, wait. Bonus content here. I don't know. I just watched 8-Bit Christmas on HBO.
Oh yeah.
That's what I talked about last week.
Yeah. We talked about it. That's why I went and
Yeah,
looked
yeah.
at it. It was great.
Yeah.
Should I watch that?
Should you watch that? Is what I was getting at. I think you should.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll watch
Maybe
that.
we could talk through it all
And I
together
mean,
as like a recent thing that people can go and watch that's new.
I lived in a house that had a Nintendo, so I might be.
Yeah,
able to relate.
you'll like that. That'll be a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
And I think that's a kind of a comedy. It's
Yeah.
like a nostalgic, like throwback.
Yeah,
Comedy.
you love the '80s. You weren't
Yeah.
born in them, but you
No.
loved them.
I like
Well, half
80s
of your list
movies.
today was the 80s.
That's true.
So you do too.
I mean, I highly recommend Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I never knew that was a Christmas thing, or tied to it at all.
It's a holiday thing.
Okay.
The holiday might be Thanksgiving. I can't
Same.
guarantee that it's Christmas at
Oh, yeah.
what they're trying to get home for, but
Wait, now I'm actually excited that you're going to watch 8-Bit Christmas
Okay.
because I think we could have a nice little chat about it here.
if we do it on Tuesday. We'll have to record a day earlier.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's a busy week anyway.
School committee got canceled.
Yeah. All right. Those
Great.
sound like good ones.
Yeah.
So, happiest season.
On Hulu. Just go to Hulu.
Okay.
8-bit Christmas for me.
8-bit Christmas for you and
Love Actually.
Love Actually.
Love Actually. Nice. Good. No, those are.
You'll like Love Actually.
And if anyone hasn't seen those three, you should also watch them.
Yeah.
Just saying, those are good ones.
For looking ahead, I have Spider-Man: No Way Home. I don't think we ever watched the
I would like to see that.
final trailer.
I would like to see that.
And I'll play it.
Thank you. Thank you for preparing this.
I'd witness that.
Ever since I got bit by that spider, I've only had 1 week where my life has felt normal. That was when you found out.
When you botched that spell where you wanted everyone to forget that Peter Parker's Spider-Man, we started getting some visitors. From every universe.
Hello, Peter. You're not Peter Parker.
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Dr. Otto Octavius.
Wait, no, seriously, what's your actual name?
There are others out there. We need to send them back. So, Scooby-Doo this crap.
You know, all this is kind of your mess. I know a couple of magic words myself, starting with the word please.
Please, Scooby-Doo this crap.
You're flying out into the darkness to fight ghosts.
What do you mean?
They all die fighting Spider-Man. It's their fate. I'm sorry, kid.
Yeah, me too.
Don't.
Look, there has to be another way!
There isn't. They're a danger to our universe.
You're not gonna take this away from me. Peter, you're struggling to have everything you want while the world tries to make you choose.
This is all my fault. I can't save everyone. What's happening?
They're starting to come through, and I can't stop them.
December 17th, exclusively in movie theaters. Tickets on sale November 29th. Spider Monday.
Oh, look at that.
It's just an ad.
Leave this nice little ad up.
I'd get this.
Sponsored.
I should have stopped at the other one, but wow!
Isn't that crazy? The trailer gives me goosebumps.
Somebody
here's
spent
my-
a lot of time like, all right, this happens, and then this happens, and then this happens.
Is it Tom Hardy Venom? That's my question. There
Are
was
they connected?
no. Well, no. I'm asking the Venom that you saw. So you saw the big Sandman on the scaffolding and stuff,
Oh.
and then there was a little Venom. Venom was jumping. I want to know if it's Tom Hardy or that 70s Show guy, Topher Grace,
Oh yeah.
because they were both Venom. It should be Tom Hardy because that's relevant.
Did I hear that Tobey Maguire and Garfield are not in it?
I don't think.
It's gonna get
No.
spoiled before you see it, but
I don't know. I can be pretty
So,
oblivious.
I think. So there was. I think it might be in the first trailer when they're all on the scaffolding and like someone's jumping.
Can't save everyone.
Someone gets punched and it's like edited out of how they get punched in the face. And someone thinks it's because it was Toby or Andrew who like punches, and they just edited them out.
There's another theory from that same scaffolding that when it's like Jamie Foxx's Electrode or whatever, like the Sandman guy, and then Dr. Ock or whoever, I don't know all of them, but if you look, someone like screen grabbed it, there were 3 Spider-Men. Each villain was facing a different Spider-Man. But that could have been doctored, that could have been.
Huh.
So the difference is like Andrew Garfield has been spending like, he's been in like 2 movies, and every time they ask him if he's in Spider-Man, he says no. And then Tobey Maguire's like, yeah, I'm in it.
Oh.
But Tobey Maguire hasn't really been in movies recently.
Yeah.
He's kind of an odd.
I don't think Molly's Game helped him. You ever see that?
No.
No.
Oh. Molly's Game talks about this celebrity. It's a true story. Celebrity who hosted poker games and was an absolute butthead, and it turned out to be Tobey Maguire.
Really?
Yeah. Watch the movie. It's actually a good movie.
Wait. In the movie, he played this person?
No, in the movie, it's Michael Cera.
But he actually did
They
this in
call
real life.
in the book, and then in the movie, he's called Player X. But it's come out that was Tobey Maguire in real life.
That's so random. He just seems so like.
I think he's like notoriously like just a butthead in general, like to work with on sets.
What?
He's Leo's best friend, and he like would always use like that during the games to get people to come and spend more money. And he was like a world-class poker player.
He's great in Seabiscuit, though.
Is he, or is the horse good? It's about the horse, not the jockey.
It's true.
I watched his Spider-Man 2 this past weekend, and my 2 takeaways were he is not that good of an actor. At least back then he was not. No. And then Doc Ock is only in it for maybe a total of like 10 minutes.
Yeah, he dies quick, right?
Yeah, and like in the middle he's referenced, and then we'll just be gone for like 45 minutes straight.
Yeah, because isn't it James Franco as like Green Goblin again?
Not until the 3rd.
Oh.
But he's like bad in the 2nd one because he just hates Spider-Man, and then he like eventually asks Doc Ock to
So
kill
the
him.
3rd one has Sandman, Venom, and Green Goblin Part 2.
Yes.
You'd think that wouldn't be topped.
You're right. But just wait. There's also that Zendaya falling thing. That was a thing in the first with
She's always falling.
Kirsten Dunst, and then with
Didn't she fall in the
Emma
first
Stone.
one? Out of like the tower at Washington, D.C.?
She
No.
was not in the tower.
She said, "I'm not going into a monument built by slaves." And then the teacher's like, "I don't think it was built by slaves." And the security guard was like, "Yeah, it was pretty good."
That was pretty good.
So I saw a theory that was like, what if when she's falling, Tom Holland isn't able to catch her, but if Andrew Garfield is in it, he does.
Because he couldn't save Gwen.
Saved Gwen. That's
Also,
how she died.
did you see there's another
Wait, Gwen dies?
Emma Stone. In Amazing Spider-Man.
Part 2?
Spoiler alert.
Did you see
I don't think I saw
that
that
there's a new Spider-Verse movie? Like the animated?
Oh, the first one was real good.
Yeah.
The trailer is out for the 2nd. Well, it's like a teaser.
Miles Morales.
Yes.
Miles Morales, Spider-Man Miles Morales.
Ultimate
Get it now
Edition.
on
PS5.
PlayStation Store.
Speed Raider, be yourself.
But also, I'm going to look into that. That's great, subtle ad work.
Did you play the first one?
No, but if you notice,
Is this the
it
second
includes
It comes with the
Spider-Man
second one, yeah.
Remastered.
I only played the first one, and it was one of my favorite games.
You showed me that in like 2017. You were
Yeah, I
pumped
was
for it.
on that.
And you never
early.
got it.
No.
Oh, it's so good.
It came out, right? And then Red Dead Redemption 2 came out.
Mm.
And I was like,
Mhm.
well,
Well, this is the
I guess
next
Spider-Man's going to have to wait.
This is the next 28 hours of my life. Just wake up early in the morning, take my horse out.
Because the second one is coming out like next year, I think. They made another one.
Well, I don't know if you guys heard, but I'm going to have a couple days off soon.
Yeah.
So maybe
Both of them.
this is well, I think if I get this Ultimate Edition, I get both.
You do.
See that? Because raise your hand if you have a PS5.
Just you.
Wow.
Yeah. Take that, kids. Enjoy your no PS5 Christmas.
Wow.
I'm a 33-year-old man. I'm going to play it.
This episode.
That's the Christmas spirit for you.
Oh, man. Well, that looks good.
Yeah.
And I'm excited for it. I still haven't seen
Far from home.
Homecoming.
What? The
Wait,
first one?
Oh, no, the second one.
Far from home.
Far from home. They're confusing the home and the whatever.
Can we talk about Aunt May through the years?
Yeah.
It was an old woman in the Tobey Maguire ones.
She's really bad.
Then it was...
Wait, I have one thing. The Tobey Maguire ones were like kind of rough, but they were the first ones to like do
I loved the Tobey Maguire
Right,
ones.
when those first
I didn't
came
like
out,
the
I was
third
like,
one.
this
The
isn't
third one was
awesome.
bad like right away.
Yeah.
But 1 and 2 were like, go to the theater, I'll go again.
Right. Yeah. Those were like blockbusters. And
I
they're
listened to the soundtrack for the second one a lot. Yeah.
The second one is awesome.
all- Yeah.
Middle school is when that came. I was in middle school, and that's when you're like, oh, this has a soundtrack? Let me listen to it. Download it on Kazaa.
Also, like the superhero movie was still like Marvel hadn't done as many.
No,
or
they hadn't
any.
done any yet.
Iron Man was close to this though, wasn't it?
No, those were like 2000, 2002, 2004. And then Iron Man was 2008.
Oh.
So that was completely different.
So like to have an origin story of a superhero was like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
Superhero movies.
And then they
are
tried
great.
with Green Lantern. Awful.
No.
Then,
And Marvel was like, I have an idea.
well,
Let's
then
make 50 movies. that all
Christopher
connect.
Nolan made the Dark Knight
Oh,
series.
yeah.
In like 2005 he started.
And those were great.
It's crazy too because in Tobey's Spider-Man 2, there's a Stan Lee cameo, but it's literally just like split second. If you weren't looking, you would have missed it. I'm like, wow. So like in 2002, he just did like a quick little like walk by, and then in the later ones, he's like a legit character with
Yeah.
like a full scene.
Oh yeah.
God, I kind of am tempted, again, have plenty of time off, to just watch all the Spider-Man movies.
Spider-Man.
And then, I guess, I don't know. It's a bummer it's only in theaters.
Yeah.
I would more likely rent it theater at home.
It's 2021. Like, let's go right to digital, please.
Yeah, honestly, like the theater at home for like $15, same price as a theater, I'd do it in a heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
The $30 is when I'm like, meh,
That's my line.
that's steep. I'm not going to a theater like with someone,
Right.
you know.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it Sunday. Early day. There's like 5 other people in the theater. So that's also
Oh my
really
God,
nice.
it's the 15th. This comes
Yeah.
out Friday.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I'll come in Monday and tell you guys everything that happened.
From 6 feet away.
Well, I'm not saying you can reserve seats. And I picked really early. I'm basically going in the morning into the afternoon. There's 5 other people in an entire theater. And I'm not sitting near any of them. Also, I'm going to keep my mask on.
Totally kidding. I'm just totally kidding.
I don't know what's happening to the TV, but
I'm just having a great time here. I'm just vamping.
You're on your way out. You're
Yeah.
just
See you guys. I got 4 days left.
so, all right. That's our cue.
If you notice, we're running Snow Leopard here at HUD-TV.
This needs to end.
Yeah. I
Do we
don't
have a
know.
letterbox review?
I never found one.
Oh, I got one.
Oh, perfect.
God.
He's on a roll today.
I told you I had a lot of coffee. All right, hold on. I got to pull up the app.
Sure. No, we'll wait for you.
Please do. All right. This is for Tom and Jerry.
I saw it.
I guess I wasn't crazy about the cartoon, but I have seen it. And now in a modern film, it was just so-so. If you like a game of cat and mouse.
Did I write? Yeah.
that was you.
It's hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
This is a brilliant review.
It's like a serious review.
But with a funny joke at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, I'm proud of that. Is that the last one I did? Probably.
I don't know.
You guys told me about Letterboxd, and I was like, this is a great idea. I'm going to do it all the time. And now I don't do it ever.
I guess the last one technically is Detective Pikachu.
Man, I was on a roll.
Yeah. Oh, was it? Oh, wow. You just logged them all on March 4th?
One time.
I've seen these movies.
Yes, I watched this. A World with Pokemon.
Is that how I start all of them?
Yes, I watched this, period. A World with Pokemon Kinda Cool, period. Fine story and Ryan Reynolds' voice in a Pikachu.
Fine story.
I don't know what you're going with there. That's not a review. You just said what it is. Oh,
What was the Tom and Jerry one?
It's a good film set in the real world if you like a game of cat and mouse. Now, this is The Graduate, 1967.
Oh, no.
One of
Oh.
the most classic films ever. Pretty classic film other than it kind of seems unlikely. One that Mrs. Robinson was interested, and also that Elaine came around in the end. Cool classic filmmaking, though. Way less cuts than you see today. So that at least you dove into the plot.
It seems like my letterbox is fire.
Yeah.
You're at least actually like kind of reviewing them, like
Yeah.
sort of.
Well, that's a great way to end it.
Yeah, that's awesome. We'll see you next week.